Welcome back to Keep It on the DL podcast. As always, I'm Daria,
And I'm Liv.
and it is Mother's Day today. So shout out moms.
Yeah.
Did you do anything?
Uh yes, we went to uh do you think people have Texas roadhouses in the West or East Coast, or do you think that's just like a Midwest and South
No, I feel
thing?
like that's definitely a nationwide chain.
Okay, so we went to good old Texas Roadhouse. That's what my mom wanted for her Mother's Day. Shout out to my mom. Doing the mother thing. She ate, mom, mother, and it was good. We had something called rattlesnake bites. So, I just love cheesy like restaurant names for things.
Yeah.
Like, can I have like the fucking shaking my titties in the fucking front yard milkshake, or the fucking, you know what I
You
mean?
always take it to a place that is weird.
Too much. I'm sorry, but like you get it, because milkshakes, you get it, you know. um. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I did. We hung out. I paid the bill because I am a good daughter. Will I be able to eat next week? We shall find out. But that's the type of stuff you do, for your mom. She fed you, you might as well feed her, even though you can't properly feed yourself in your 20s right now, but that's fine. Um, what did you do? Not a damn thing. Go
No, it
ahead.
was a normal Sunday for me. Um, my mom lives in Tennessee and I live in Missouri, as we've said many times on this podcast. So
Right.
I didn't do anything. My mom and dad were in Napa the last week, so they just got back yesterday. And my mom was
You gotta say what state, because I corrected you the other day and I said Napa cabbage, because that's all the Napa I know.
N-
Napa what?
Napa in California in wine
In
country.
California.
Um,
Ooh.
so uh they got back yesterday and my mom was planning to go see her mother today. And I was like, why? You don't have to. And she's like, well, one of us is a good daughter. And I was like, okay. And she really thought she ate with that one. Um, and then I checked her location this morning at like 9:30 because I was gonna call her while she was driving there. And I saw it was
Mhm.
still at her house. So I checked it again a couple hours later. It was still at her house. So I called her and
Oh.
I was like, well, I guess somebody's not a good daughter anymore, huh? I guess we're both on the same level now.
Yeah, I guess we both are on the shitty daughter list, huh? I mean, that'd be a long ways away. You'd be trucking quite a ways for one day, I will say. As much as I do understand. No, no hate, Mama Washington, please don't hate me. I'm just saying it's a lot of driving for
Well,
one
yeah, plus
one
she
day, but
was going to her mom's. So that's like 3 hours away from my parents' house. So like
right.
it wouldn't make sense. And so then she was like, "Is my Mother's Day gift on the way?" And I was like, it's not. I will give it to you when you're in town at the end of the month." And she was like, "Well, that's a long ways away." But then she proceeded
Oh.
to say how she didn't get her mom anything. And I was like, "Okay, well, we're on the same level here."
Yeah, I mean, did you get her something like special? Does she know what she's getting? Is that why she can't wait?
No, she does not know what she's getting.
Oh,
I haven't purchased it yet, but
oh,
she doesn't listen.
it's in the cart.
She's yeah, she's not listening. I'm getting her a paddleball set or a pickleball set because she keeps saying she wants
Oh,
to get into pickleball. And I even found her like a whole
yeah.
pickleball tournament one time in her area and she didn't go.
Oh my. Oh. No.
But, hopefully if I get her paddles and stuff, it'll encourage her to start.
Yeah. Right, like her getting you a cricket. You
Right,
thought, "What am I gonna fucking do with this?" And now look at you. You're a crafting master. So, really, it's just you forcing gifts upon people to actually get
right.
them into the
Yeah,
sport.
it's jump
Like,
starting
somebody
their
should gift
hobbies. Yeah.
exactly. Somebody should gift me a year membership to the gym, and maybe I'd fucking use it, right? Or, uh, something to get me skinny and fit.
Right. If somebody
Um
wants to give me, like, a weight loss surgery, I mean, not a bad gift idea.
Yeah. Somebody wants to give me a small BBL or 2 years of free trainer sessions
Cool
or
sculpting, I'll
year
try
supply of
it. Yeah.
Pilates. Cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cool chin lipo, I don't know, whatever you
Yeah,
want,
just
really. It's
spitballing.
nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
coming off the top of the
Off
head
the
right now.
dome.
What the fuck were we talking about? I anyway, well, I'm glad your Mother's Day went well. But yeah, no. I always hear about I feel like everybody used to make fun of pickleball because they used to say it was like a old person sport, but I feel like a lot of people our age are playing it now too. I feel
Yeah.
like it's everywhere.
Yeah, I feel like it's really
Um
gotten popular in, like, the last 3 years.
yeah, pickleball came and it came in fucking waves. Now everyone and their mom plays
For
pickleball.
real.
Still have yet to play it
Yeah, no,
ourselves.
never.
Maybe you know what? Maybe we should do that this summer. Maybe that's how we get skinny.
Yeah, we
Sorry. Trigger warning. Wait.
we go
Uh,
outside in the burning
sorry.
hot and play pickleball.
With sweatsuits on. We wear those like metallic fucking.
We look like Balloon Boy.
We just float. Bing, bloop. I mean, I heard it's fun.
Yeah, it looks fun.
It just, I don't know. I've always never been really like hand-eye coordinated,
No.
so I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Um,
How was the rest of your
but anyway,
weekend?
so yeah, it was fine.
Preparing for
uh,
work.
very stressful. Very emotionally draining. Very hard. But I feel like there was a small light at the end of the tunnel by the end of the week, so I'm trying to stay in like good spirits about everything. Um and this isn't just about work. This is in my personal life as well. Uh and so I mean, I feel like I'm kind of slowly making my way like a little worm into the light. Um it's been good. This weekend, I can't remember what I did this weekend. I hung out with my friend of the pod, Sam. We went and hung out with her mom, had a couple of margs. Uh, we hung out. She got some cosmetic work done. Um, and that was
You
about
guys saw
it,
the Northern
really. How was your
Lights?
week? Oh my god, yeah. Did you end up taking pictures?
No, so I knew it was happening, and, like, Friday night, I went out with some coworkers to get drinks after work. And
Mhm.
so by, like, 8 o'clock, I was feeling real sleepy, like, the alcohol was hitting me, and I got in bed, and
Mhm.
around 9, I was like, "Oh, yeah, the Northern Lights. I should get out of bed and look so I don't regret it." But then I was like, "Nah, it's
Right.
fine." And so I just went back to sleep.
Uh Dude, you told me you were getting lunch. Did you, like, haul it, like, throughout the whole evening? You started with one and then
No,
many, or
so
what?
we
How did
didn't
this work?
go until, like, 2, and then we were
Okay, you
there
said you were tired by
and
8.
then
I need a correlation of what
we were
happened
there
between 2 and
we were
8.
there until, like, 5-ish. Um,
That's still a pretty good chunk of time,
yeah,
I will
and
say.
then
Yeah.
I had, like, 1 more when I got home, and
Oh,
then
a personal
yeah,
drink, a
yeah,
nightcap?
nightcap. So it's like,
Okay.
"Let's just keep the party going." But then after I had 1 more, I was like, "Well, I'm actually just, like, sleepy now," so
Oh, yeah. I did go out, we did go out. I will say it was very anticlimactic. The only way that you could possibly see it, obviously, if everyone knows, it was through your iPhone. You could only see like the slightest pink or purple or green hue. The slightest. I'm talking opacity at 100%. We're talking at least 5-7%. Like it was very faint because Sam, a friend of the pod, Sam, roommate Sam, we were getting aggravated because we were in our hometown this weekend, and we were getting aggravated because she was like, "Why the fuck can I not see these lights?" Everyone, because we started seeing all the pictures flooding in on
Yeah.
social media of these like beautiful fucking Picasso ass
Like, some
skies,
of them looked
and she
real good, like, in my neighborhood, I was
it was
like,
crazy.
"Wow," like, I was like, "Maybe I should have gone out."
No, you really did not miss a single thing. I think it's iconic the fact that you slept through it in general. I think honestly that that's more important. But I mean, as much as it was fun, like taking pics and like seeing all the different hues you could get at different angles, it was fine. It was fine. I would rather go to like actually,
Yeah.
the North Pole or wherever the fuck they have
Yeah.
Alaska. I don't
Yeah.
know, wherever.
Alaska. Yeah,
Iceland.
that's what I was like. I guess, like, on my bucket list, I'm just gonna have, like, go to Alaska and, like, really see them instead of, like,
Yeah, like
yeah.
yeah, instead of like a light green hue across the sky. But yeah, I mean, besides that, I mean, that was a pretty historic event. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, we went through an eclipse,
Yeah.
Northern Lights. I mean, what the fuck is
Right.
next? Is it a leap year? I don't know.
Was it a
Maybe.
leap year this year?
I think it
Yeah, it was a
was.
leap year. Yeah.
Oh my god, what's gonna happen this year? I have a cruise at the end of or the beginning of next April, so shit better not fucking go down from now until then.
I will say your
Um,
Northern Lights pictures did look cool. That one, at the
Thank you
playground
so
was cute.
much. Yeah. I wanted to see if I could actually get like a selfie. I'll have to send you some of the ones that we had sent because it looks like me and Sam are at least approximately 40 years old because we're taking like a selfie like down at the worst possible angle. And we're both like smiling really big, but the angle is so high that only you can see the sky. And we're like, you know, kind of like having lunch at Joe's Crab Shack with Martha, feeling blessed. That's kind of what it gave.
Where it's like your head is at the very bottom of the picture, and then yeah.
Yeah. How was your week? Quick recap.
Yeah,
Oh my god, we're already 12 minutes into this
yeah,
bitch.
my week was
Sorry.
good. We had a retirement party at work, so that was fun. Um,
Mhm.
it was a good it was a good week for me. Um, yeah.
Good.
And my
That's
weekend
good.
was super chill. Just drinks with coworkers and then a whole lot of nothing for the rest of the weekend. So it's been good.
Love that. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get right into this, huh?
Yeah.
We
Um
actually kind of got
yeah, we have
some
some
okay
stuff.
topics, I feel like.
Yeah, we've got some
Yeah.
stuff. We'll
All right.
start with our honorable mentions as always. Um, Justin and Hailey Bieber are having a baby. So, congrats to them.
I heard a rumor. Also, why the snapback in the pictures? Grow up, Justin. I just thought the snapback was kind of cheesy. Like, I don't know. I know that's him, but like also like, come on. Come on. Like, I know it was a goof during Halloween, you know how Haley's all dressed, Bieber's all,
Oh, yeah, yeah. That
yeah.
Krispy
It's
Kreme
like,
donut thing.
yeah. It's like we don't have to keep doing that. Um I will say though, I've heard a lot of controversy though, and I don't know whether it's true because like I think Daria and I by now. I think we talked about it. I'm not a Selena, I'm not a Haley Bieber. I don't really
No.
care. I don't really care. Um in fact, we do never any research on this podcast, so I can't even remember the timeline of what actually happened between their beef. But I did hear that I heard some suspicion that whenever that like beef was like finally like ending or going on, like that's when they started trying to conceive. So like like a lot of people are thinking Hailey is like
Mm.
having this baby to like really just like lock in, but like I don't think Justin's going anywhere. I don't know why people think that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I will say I am a little surprised that and Haley are still together, but not because of Selena, just because I just think that Justin Bieber is an unwell person, and I
Mhm.
think he probably like I just have a feeling he's just like not a super great husband. And Haley's kind of a Captain Save-A-Ho, so she just
Yeah.
wants to save him. But again,
Yeah.
nothing to do with Selena. It's more just like Justin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he will officially know where his home is because there will be also a child there as well. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? She's Mrs. He knows where his home is. You
Yeah,
know
oh
what I
yeah, yeah,
mean?
yeah. She
Like,
is. She is for sure.
you know.
Remember
Yeah.
when she got those like
Um
pocket knife like birthday party favors with like that quote on it? I can't remember what it was, and it was like
it was
super
some
weird.
fucking it's so weird. It's so odd and like I will say, like, congrats to Haley. I hope everything goes well. But I feel like I am a little bit more Team Selena, only because I grew up watching her ass. Wizards of Waverly Place. Love that fucking show. That was my shit back in the day.
Yeah.
And I I love you like a love
So
song,
maybe
baby. That song is old as
I feel like
shit,
that's almost like a never
right?
skip for me. Like, I'll like, if it
Really?
comes on my, like, playlist, I'll play it because it's just, like it is like a bop.
Yeah. And like the music video where she's in like this big like white wig and shit, it's like crazy. I don't know. I just remember it being such a iconic moment in my preteen years. Just I don't know, watching her and everything. So and honestly, like she just seems really, I guess, unproblematic, I guess, in the world in general. You know what I mean? She's got lupus to deal with. She don't have time for these hoes, and
And I think
I just feel
she
like
I think Selena's got her own issues. In that way, I feel like Justin and Selena are meant to be together because I think they both have probably some drug and alcohol problemos. But,
you think.
oh, yeah. But Selena's managed to keep hers, like, super under wraps. Shout out to the team, but, um, yeah. Is that your cat?
Damn, I didn't know that. Yeah, he just climbed across the desk.
What was that like there was, like, a
Yeah, yeah, he heard Selena. He was coming to see what was up. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, congrats Haley. I'm sure it'll be a interesting name as all famous people's kid names are. So
Yeah.
I can't wait for Whimsy Miracle
Wait,
Concrete
I kinda like the
Pineapple.
name Whimsy.
Okay, so I only said whimsy. I take that back. So do you know iconic influencer Nara Smith?
No.
Okay, so she's like an iconic TikToker right now where she's like, my kids were craving yogurt and I didn't have any in the refrigerator, so I decided to make them some from scratch. She has like millions of followers. We're talking like 3-4 million views per video.
Yeah.
I think she has a lot. But anyway, she recently had a baby and that's what she named it, was Whimsy. I will say that is cute,
Yeah, I like it.
but all other kids' names can be a little hit or
Yeah,
miss in the icon
yeah,
world.
agree, agree.
Anyway,
Chugging right along, our next item is Chuck E. Cheese is getting rid of its animatronic band. They're phasing them out of all of the stores by the end of the year, except for like one or two. And I'm
okay,
deeply upset about this. You've been to Chuck E. Cheese, right?
no,
You've never been?
never. No, I was poor. No, I'm just kidding. I no, genuinely, like
There probably
we
wasn't
didn't
one
have
in your
money, and also
town.
no, they're not even close. Yeah, so no, I never went to a Chuck E. Cheese, but I've always dreamt of going to one. So maybe that's another fun episode we can do. Go to
Let's
Chuck E.
go
Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese for the first time.
I heard the pizza's good.
I enjoy the pizza. So
Okay.
famously,
You still get lunch
iconically,
there.
you should look up the animatronic band. So they have
Right.
their section in the middle or whatever with the tables where they do the birthday parties, and then there's this
Yeah.
stage where they have these creepy robot, animatronic um animals that play shows, and they're
Yeah,
so
like Five Nights at
creepy. Yeah,
Freddy's.
just like that. They're so creepy, they're so weird. But they were iconic, and they are phasing them out this year, and that makes me deeply sad.
I will say that I do sometimes get on Chuck E. Cheese lore. Never went to it one time in my life, but I love learning about Chuck E. Cheese and, like, how like, Chuck E. Cheese before it was Chuck E. Cheese was I think it was something like American Showtime or something like that, and
Yeah.
then they phased them out into Chuck E. Cheese's and then the animatronics, but did you know that, the animatronics still, still to this day, obviously not anymore next year, but, still to this day, that the Chuck E. Cheese Corporation would send stores the new, animatronic like music or whatever through a floppy disk. They still use floppy disk. So I follow a guy that works at Chuck E. Cheese and he showed us a floppy disk and it said like Chuck E. Cheese something like 2023. Like they still send fucking floppy disks. Because I mean, let's be honest, it was popping in like the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Chuck E. Cheese is gonna stay in the next
Honestly,
like
I
20
am
years.
surprised that it uh survived the pandemic. I thought for
Right.
sure after the pandemic, they wouldn't make it. Although I did try to
Right.
help them. I bought pizza from Chuck E. Cheese during COVID because I was supporting Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh my god. You're like, not Raphael's, like, Greek euros and not fucking this. You're like, Chuck E. fucking Cheese. Sorry, small businesses. Sorry, Steve's Hot Dogs. Fucking
Yeah, basically.
okay.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, so I was on the phone with my mom when I read this news, and she was like, "Yeah, good." And I was like, "No, I'm deeply distraught by this. I love those creepy little things."
I I don't know. I mean, maybe I wouldn't have enjoyed it as a kid, but I think it's kind of funny, like, watching that. Actually, I will say I would probably keep them because I love walking into time capsules.
Yeah.
Love old things that don't get fucking renovated. Like there is a bowling alley in my town, probably hasn't been renovated since 85. It is a vibe. It smells like cigarette smoke. Old men still come there and drink. You know what I mean? Like every tile on the wall is yellow. Like it's like ballin'. And I enjoy that about like different like just things being stuck in time, malls, fucking, you know.
Yeah.
So I would probably dig just having the animatronic. I wonder what they're gonna do with them. Are they just gonna be in storage sheds? They're gonna sell them
I
off. I
know,
mean,
I
what?
was like, if I had a house with, a basement where I could stick one of those,
Shut the
I think
fuck
I would get
up.
the little purple guy. I would take the purple guy. Or actually,
You,
no,
that's
I
your.
would take the girl, the girl bird thing, I would take her, actually.
you're, you're like, You're like, "I just bought my house and I'd love to entertain you guys sometime." And you just bring them all to the basement and you have the fucking Chuck E. Cheese animation stage.
Yeah, right, I would get the whole band if I could, but if I had to choose one, I'm gonna get the
Yeah.
girl, the bird girl.
You have the floppy disk in your hand and you're like, "It was a bitch trying to get him down here, but"
Anybody want some music? Let me just how about
Oh my
the
god.
classic
Oh,
1999?
you're going steady with a guy, you bring him down to the basement, you're like, "How
Going
about I put on something
steady.
more they like you remove the, like, fun happy time floppy disk and the more, like
Sultry.
yeah. Welcome to Chuck E. Cheese. You know.
And their mouths are just like
Oh my god, that is a nightmare. That is literally Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, don't like Oh my god. Warn a person before you invite them to stay the night so they don't wander down into the basement and,
Right.
like, get eaten by the
Like,
animatronics.
by the way, if you go to the basement, like,
It's really no big deal. I just like, oh god, I had one incident, they never came back, but I guess I'll tell you,
so
like,
I just thought I should warn people from now on.
yeah, I mean, police reports, right? We don't like filling those out. Anyway, I have a animatronic.
I got a great deal
Well,
on it.
RIP. I'm sure some other business will like buy them and maybe renovate them into something different. You never know.
Yeah. Maybe they'll get
You never
holograms
know.
now.
Maybe they'll get put up in a Chuck E. Cheese museum one day. I don't
Ooh.
know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just dress them up as different characters. I
Right.
mean, shit. Like McDonald's could probably make a hell of a living
Ooh,
off
they
putting like,
could.
yeah, yeah. The Grimace.
Yeah. I feel like Grimace and the
Grimace.
purple guy are like cousins for sure.
Yeah, for sure. There's a correlation. Um. Anyway, that's good. Well, sayonara to
The animatronic van
in
band.
their next life. Um, Next honorable mention. This is just honestly, there's just something that is funny about this to me, and I just wanted to. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Oh gosh, I thought I deleted the podcast. I
She
do
does
that
I was gonna
like
say
one.
she does this all the
I always convince myself I delete all the notes.
time.
Oh my god, I'm 87. Okay. So Gypsy Sisters, right? If you don't watch if you haven't watched, they're like past tense at this
Right.
point. Who
That
the
show went
fuck
off
are the
the
Gypsy
air,
Sisters?
a long time
Right.
ago, and especially because gypsy's a slur now, so I think they would have to
Correct.
change the name if they
Yeah. Like the crazy sisters that never outlived 2012 maybe, something like that.
starring good old
Uh
Melly, Nettie, Kayla,
right.
Annie,
Yep.
Joanne, Dovey, Sheena, Laura.
So, what I can't remember what platform they're playing on right now. Maybe Hulu, I
It was a
think. Some
TLC show,
Pe-
so it might be on
Peacock.
Max.
Okay, maybe that's probably where I found it. I was like, man, I haven't watched this in years. And mind you, when I watched this, I was probably a solid 11 years old when this came out. So I was like, you know what? I was always, and I'm not gonna lie, I was always kind of low key intrigued about the gypsy lifestyle, only because it was so crazy.
Yeah,
The big dresses, the big
the
crowns,
cheap jewelry.
just the cheap jewelry, the cheetah print, the pink, like just so gaudy,
So gaudy.
Um, yeah, so
Oh,
bad.
but, like, I
Uh,
did love because it's a spinoff of My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding. I always
Correct.
loved the dresses, the wedding dresses. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, I wanna be a gypsy so that I can
Yep.
wear a wedding dress
I
like that." From
I
Sandra
do remember
Celli.
that. That's and I will say this, to this day, when I think about wedding dresses, I do think about something big and poofy to, like, help accentuate my squareness, and I will thank that to My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, because I did love, like, how thick and, like, big their dresses were. I'm like, "Well, bitch, if I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna get all out too,"
I
you
know,
know?
I'm like, I
Uh,
might just go to Sandra Celli
yeah.
just to, like, get a gown.
I will say they were a little heavy-handed with the crowns.
Yeah, I
Those were,
could do
like,
without the
3
crowd.
feet tall. Those were a lot. Um, but the rest of it, like, slay queen, like, the dress,
For sure, I'm
slaying.
here for all of
Um,
that.
so I went on to, like, a Gypsy Sister binge, and not to mention, I love watching shows back from, like,
Yeah.
the 2010s because I love seeing how much, like, things have changed, like Jersey Shore
Mhm.
and all the shit that came out, like, during, like, the party
Yeah,
rock
during,
era,
like,
you know?
LMFAO's, like, prime.
Correct. Um, and so, I'm vibing, I finish the series. Well, then after I get done, I'm like, I want and I do this a lot with a lot of shows that I watch. I'm like, I wonder where they're at
Yeah.
now. So I decided to do a quick Google search.
Uh-huh.
They are
They
cringy.
haven't
I mean, they
changed
were
a
already
bit.
cringy. They were already cringy in the show, and, like, we already knew that, but it's bad now. It's so bad. I follow all of them now on every social media.
Well, I feel
Um,
like the other thing about them is they change their handles so often because they, like, have to delete their accounts and stuff.
yeah, you can't keep up with them because they keep, and that's what I read. I got so desperate, I searched it on Reddit. I said, "Gypsy Sisters Instagram Reddit, like, someone help me out here." And I think one of the comments was like, "I think they changed their Instagram handle, like, every 6 months, so it's always hard to keep up with them." I did end up finding, who did I end up finding? Kayla? I ended up finding Kayla's TikTok.
Okay.
Um, and Kayla so at least 2 of the Gypsy sisters that I know, Danielle, which was,
It's
I
Kayla's
don't believe
daughter,
that was
right?
Kayla's, was it Kayla's daughter or was it Nellie's daughter? Nettie's daughter.
I think Kayla's.
Kayla. Okay. So mom and daughter, right? And I don't know where the rest of them are. I think Nettie has like an Instagram, but she posts maybe once in a blue moon
Yeah.
in the same Rue 21 romper that she probably wore like
I
10
did
years
see
ago.
that Rue 21 is going out of business, so I'm sure she's hightailing it to the closing sale.
Fuck yeah. I mean, that they are the queen of like gaudy jewelry, so I'm sure that she's having a fucking heyday. Um and so I just kind of scrumbled upon the TikTok. Uh they do a lot of TikTok battles now, and if you don't know what a, you know what a TikTok battle is, right?
Um, I mean, feels like when you call somebody out on TikTok and then you just go back and forth, but I might be wrong.
No. So what you do is when you go live, you can invite someone onto your live and you guys can TikTok battle, which is like whoever receives the most amount of gifts like wins the battle.
Oh.
And I'm gonna tell you what,
Mhm.
it's so cringy. And I hate TikTok battles anyway because it's like, I'm not gonna lie, like you're low key begging for money on the internet from strangers.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever. Like in these trying times, like I'll give you a pass, I guess. But at the same time, um, they're just really odd. They're very like, you can definitely tell that it's only like money oriented. They're like, let's go, everyone, lines in the chat, lines in the chat. Like I'm like, I'm not trying to be that girl, but like, just get a job.
Right,
Just get a
right.
job.
Well,
Like
they're not allowed to work outside the home, so
I don't like times have changed. Like you can't even say the G word anymore. So maybe you guys should get jobs. I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know. If like I don't know. And I don't even want to be mean. It's like I mean, maybe it's their heritage, but I just don't like for some reason I don't appreciate them more than like actual ones in like Europe. You know what I
right,
mean? Like
right,
I feel like
yeah.
they just kind of stuck with it. Like that's like somebody saying like my grandma was like a 25th percent Indian princess or something. It's like no you're not, Sandra. Your name is Sandra and you live in Maine. Like that's not like what are you saying? Anyway, so I've just they're just so if you can find their TikTok handles, I'll probably share them if that's not mean to do. If you guys just want to like
I
snoop.
feel like they'd love
Um
it. Join the TikTok battle.
so not to mention Kayla has a really hard time not promoting things on TikTok. So now there is a option on TikTok to promote stuff so that you can get commission. So within the last 2 weeks, Kayla has tagged and promoted all the shit that you can get off Temu, may I add. She's I'm serious. Like TikTok shop is literally just like Temu.
Yeah.
Like that's all it is. In the last 2 weeks, she promoted an egg cooker, a shitty blow dryer. When she blew girl. When she blow dried her friend's hair, literally split ends everywhere. She was like, "Oh my god, guys, look at the texture and definite." No, bitch, that's texture because her hands are hair are
They're
dead, Kayla.
fried.
Um, cookware, a dog vacuum with 0 hair in the dog vacuum. 0 hair. She sat there and she vacuumed her bull terrier for like 30 seconds. She was like, "Oh my god, guys, this thing is absolutely amazing." I could not. That's why it's so cringy, you guys. And some goofy ass doorbell. Not to mention, she's so millennial that every time she does a voiceover, she does it in like an echoey, like, hold on.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I love this doorbell ringer, and you know, so like she always puts these like weird audios on it. I don't know if you watched any of the links that I had sent you, but so cringe.
Yeah. But
Did you
this
watch
I
it?
did. But like this is not at all surprising. If you've seen even one episode of the show, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
this actually was the only next option for them. Like this was going to be it.
Do you think I'd be able to play this video into the mic and they can hear it?
Sure. We'll try
So
it.
so so this is, and I her at is at Gypsy Kayla Williams. So she recently reviewed a doorbell ringer and she puts weird effects on her voiceovers. So I'll just give you guys like a small like snidget of what it.
This is by far the best video doorbell I've ever owned. Smart ways. See all these settings? If you don't have yours, you're missing out. Click the link below and get yours today. You'll love it. When I'm gone from home, I can talk to it.
First of all, who the fuck? Why is Goofy on the other end of your phone promoting a doorbell?
Why did you were like, this is the one. This is
This is the best gosh dang doorbell I've ever used. Yeah.
wow.
Like, what?
I'm dead.
It's just so anyway, sorry that was like a long honorable mention, but like please, if you guys need like a small laugh, please go watch Gypsy Kayla Williams on TikTok. If you just need a good laugh,
Buy
she
a
does a lot of
product
like
if you
those
feel
like
so
funny.
inclined.
I mean, I mean, you're helping her out, right? You're helping her get that
She's got a lot of
Claire
kids.
jewelry money and the the paparazzi jewelry or whatever the fuck
Help
they
her
probably
be able
still
to
use.
shop the Rue 21 going out of business sale.
We love you, Kayla. Honestly, all jokes aside, like she is it's comical watching her be herself, I
Yeah,
guess. But in the most respectful way.
right.
So I'm not sitting here trying to be a mean girl. I just think it's funny. It's just millennial core at this point, and I love watching it. So
And also, if you
you know,
have not watched Gypsy Sisters on TLC and probably Max, go ahead and like watch it. It's 4
yeah,
seasons.
for
Um,
real.
it's great. So watch it.
It truly is. I don't know where Melly is. I think she's I don't know where she's at.
I'm so,
She's crazy.
I wouldn't be shocked if Melly was dead, honestly.
So, yeah, I literally. Anyway, honorable mention. Oh, is this?
Well, no,
Oh, this is like an
this
actual
one can
topic.
be an honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
So Panera has announced that it is getting rid of its charged lemonades. If you don't
Right.
remember, there's been a lot of fuss lately about them because the charged lemonades I thought were clearly marked they have a lot of caffeine. Like they have little signs on their like on the dispenser things and it says how much caffeine's
Mhm.
in them. I thought it was clear, but apparently not everybody felt this way. People
Mhm.
ended up dying because they weren't supposed to have that much
Yeah.
caffeine. So there's a couple deaths, which has
Yeah.
spurred a couple lawsuits. Um, so in the wake of this, they actually took them off of the floor, and if you ordered one, you had to get it from behind the counter. But now they've
Yeah.
announced that they're just going to get rid of them altogether. So, RIP charged lemonades.
I never had one. I know you said
Yeah.
you've had them.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, rest in peace, I guess. I've never had one. Honestly, I'm too afraid. After I read the two cases, I'm like, no, 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 no. I already have like
Yeah, so
anxiety in general. So,
I had them because I was part of Panera Sip Club for a while because they would always send me like free trials or like join it for like $3 a month or whatever. So in
right.
the time that I used to go there frequently and have the membership, I have tried, I think there was like 3 flavors. I think I tried 2 of the 3. They were pretty good. I mean, they didn't taste like super caffeine-y to me. I don't know what that would even taste like, but I think
Mhm.
they were better than their regular lemonades. Like they had good flavor, like they were pretty good. Again, I was well aware that they had a lot of caffeine in them. Like I understood that that was the point. Like it says charge, like I don't know. I understood what was happening, but I guess it wasn't clear to everybody. So yeah,
Damn. I don't know. It didn't, like I said, it didn't really affect me that much. Just after the two what is that cases they catched with the old man and the younger girl in college, I was like well and dad. I was like, you know what? Y'all go ahead and like, you
you
know,
keep you
whirl
keep
up them
that.
them
Yeah,
squirrel tails, whatever. I don't like I you know, I have to step carefully with caffeine now that I'm an adult because it makes me anxious. I could only imagine taking a couple sips of a charged lemonade.
yeah,
So I'd probably be in the fetal position somewhere, panicking. So probably not the best. But R.I.P. charged lemonade.
yeah.
Damn.
They were good, like I said. I would love it if they could like make those lemonade flavors into like just regular lemonades without all the caffeine. I think that
Mhm.
would help. Because like I said, I don't think the regular lemonade is that good, but the charged lemonades are
Yeah.
really good.
Okay. Bring back the lemonades.
Bring them back.
Caffeine less.
Yeah, caffeine free, please.
Right.
So I guess this is our first real topic.
Damn. Yeah, sorry about
Had a
that.
lot of
Fuck.
honorable mentions. So we
Shit.
did talk
Yeah.
about Kendrick and Drake's beef last week.
Right.
No real
Correct.
update on that. Oh, wait.
I will say, uh, friend of the pod, Jonathan, said that that was probably one of our best episodes
He
he's listened
did. He
to.
did say that.
So, if you haven't listened to last week's episode, I guess go ahead and give it a good old listen because I think me and Derry gave it like a 7 out of 10, but Jonathan gave it a 10 out of
Yeah, he said
10.
it was
So,
really good.
we give what the audience wants, and the audience obviously said we were good last week. So go ahead and check that out.
Yes,
Anyway,
agreed. Um, so we talked about that. And then I
right.
saw on Twitter the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a while. So it turns out obviously this beef was like everywhere. It was talked about all over. But Joe Biden's campaign team liked that
Yeah.
liked it. They decided they wanted to hop on board. So they decided to make a diss to Donald Trump using Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria. So they posted a video. Um, they posted a video with over the track Euphoria in the part where
Right.
Kendrick's like, I hate the way that you talk, hate the way that you whatever. So in their video they use I hate the way that you walk over women's rights, the way that you
Oh.
talk about immigrants, the way that you
Okay.
dress, and it's like a picture of him looking rather ridiculous at some dinner, I guess. And I hate the way
Okay.
that you
Hate.
sneak diss truth. I hate the way that you sneak diss on Truth Social. Um Yeah, and then it's a picture of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and it says, "It's always been about love and hate, now let me say I'm the biggest hater." And then it goes
Oh
into the
my
stuff that he hates
god.
about Donald Trump, but I thought this was a bridge too far. I was like, I, uh, I don't need my politics and my rap beefs to intermingle.
Yeah, it's a little cringy for my taste. I mean, at this point, America in a whole is a fucking joke, so, we might as well just go with it at this point.
True,
I
true.
will say, however, I don't like memes in politics because, people are starving, vets don't have homes, there's a lot going on right
There's like
now. Like,
some
kids don't
other
go,
pressing issues.
oh, kids go home without eating dinner. Big deal. Who cares? But I do. And so, uh, like,
I
politicians, like,
do.
politicians just trying to make, like, social memes. I don't know. I just don't find it, like,
Yeah,
hilarious. And
I
I don't think we are out, what is that? Out something, and we are, because I feel like a lot of people agree in that sense where they're like, okay, like, this actually isn't funny. Like, our everything sucks. So please
yeah.
stop memeing right now.
It is like it's an election year, which sucks for it just sucks. I hate election years because
Sucks for everyone.
it's too much. I keep getting random text messages trying to get me to care about stuff. I will say I guess it makes sense. This is like
Yeah.
if you want to like hop on a wave and get some of the younger voters, I guess this is how you would try to do that. I
Right.
don't know if it would sway me personally. Again, I think it's pretty cringe, but um, you know, I guess
Yeah.
do what you can.
Yeah, they're I don't know, they're, like, up in the White House, they're like, "We're trying to get the kiddos rounded up,"
Right.
and,
What do the kids care about
I
these
heard
days?
yeah, which I guess a part of me does understand, but a part of me is like, "Okay,
Yeah.
we
It's like,
need to, like, actually."
okay.
But I will say, people like me, and I'm gonna be honest, like, people like me and, like, younger than me, I feel like ever since shit started going down like 10 years ago, and like I'm sure people older than me would be like, shit started going down 40 years ago. I'm just saying that I feel like the newer generation, like, I don't want to say it, but I feel like some people could really give a fuck less about politics,
Yeah.
which is actually pretty crucial for our country, that we need to, like, be involved.
Yeah.
But honestly, everything sucks. So I don't blame people for not wanting to, like, we hear oh my god. I don't know. I don't really want to get
Yeah,
into
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, I don't want to get like, but maybe this is their way of, like, trying to get the younger generation involved. I'm not saying they shouldn't get involved. I definitely think we
Yeah.
should get involved more, because it's the state of our country and we
Right.
obviously have to
We're
live
gonna
through
have to
that
live
while
in
we get
it.
old.
Yeah.
So,
We're gonna have to live in it.
yeah,
So
so we better all figure out what the fuck we want.
right.
You know, point 0.5 selfies with the president, I don't care. But you know, like,
Point five
and then when Joe Biden were like this.
yeah, like look away from the camera.
Yeah. Uh but yeah. I mean, it's funny, but also like, Joe, get up. Get up. Get up. uh anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, there's that. And then we're gonna close this out with talking about the biggest fashion day of the year, the Met Gala, which happens on the first
And
Monday of May.
mhm.
And it sounds like this has then snowballed into some other controversy.
Yes.
But we'll talk about the Met Gala and then we'll talk about the controversy it sparked.
Right. Correct. You're gonna be the angel, and I'm gonna be the devil, I guess, because my topics are pretty dark. Anyway.
Anyways, some notable looks. Um, wait, do you have Haley Bailey because of her look?
Oh, no, I'll get into that later.
Okay. Okay. We'll
Yeah.
we'll circle back on her. Some iconic looks that I thought were good and or bad. Kim Kardashian, obviously, I feel like everybody talked about the sweater.
Yeah.
Um, so she had also the theme of the Met Gala. Oh gosh, I can't remember. It was like
It was, like,
flowers.
mystical
Yeah.
no, it was, mystical garden, something like that.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
It was Sleeping Beauty's reawakening of fashion, I guess.
Are you?
That's what this
Okay.
thing says. Mm,
Uh, stand by, we have to do research.
the
Theme
Garden of Time.
for correct. Yeah, the theme of the Met Gala was Garden of Time.
Okay.
I'm saying that over again for the podcast clip, so we're not going.
Please hold. So the Met Gala theme this year, the dress code was done, the Garden of Time. But I think like the overall theme was Sleeping Beauty's reawakening of fashion. Um,
Mhm.
so you saw a lot of flowers. Kim wore like this silver dress that had like flowers like at the bottom, like also silver. Um,
Right.
her corset was teeny tiny. Overall,
Yes.
I thought this look was really I think I'm just over Kim trying to tell us how teeny tiny her waist is. Like, we get it.
Yes.
Like, we got like you do
Yeah.
the same thing every single time. Like, I would love for her to
Yeah.
stop trying to be
Mhm.
so sexy and tiny.
Yeah. I will say, and everybody can let me know down in the comments if I'm wrong. I believe this year's Met Gala video that was posted with her like getting ready, I don't think it entailed of how she put on the dress like other years. Like her other like get ready with me for the Met Gala.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure how they got her in that dress. They didn't really put any details into it. I genuinely I don't know. Maybe this is just like Gen Z of me, but it is truly so fucking exhausting constantly looking at women like her
Yeah.
and having people like me and kids younger than me feel like they're not good enough. I'm fucking exhausted, Kim. Kim, listen to me. I'm tired. I think I just think it's a fucking annoying now. It's like on and I will say I feel like within the last like couple of years, I feel like the Kardashians have like kept getting like less and less and less like because they were like all the
Yeah.
fucking rage.
Yeah.
And now I feel like
They've
people are
definitely
like more
lost
getting annoyed with them.
yeah, they've lost their relevant. Well, they're still relevant, but I feel like they
They are,
just
but
yeah. People don't go up for them like
it's
they
just
did.
truly annoying.
Yeah, agree.
And I'd be lying if I didn't really think that like she got a rib removed or something.
Right.
I mean, it is extremely tiny.
S
I
so
mean, too
tiny.
much.
Like, it's wild.
Yes.
It's like, when I first saw the pictures, like, obviously, again, she's done this look and this corset thing a million freaking times. Like, this is her thing. I'm over it.
Right.
But, like, even seeing the
Right.
pictures, like, she just looked tinier than, like, before also, and I was like, "Is this real?" Like, I really can't like, ugh, her organs, like, I I don't even know. Like,
Where are they at?
where are they? Um,
Is she just a fucking is she AI at this point? Is she fake? Is she just like a
and then
hologram?
the thing that
Does
makes
she
it
even
look even
exist?
crazier is her butt, which is humongous. It just looks
What's wrong
so
with her butt? I guess I
crazy.
missed it.
No, it just looks wild, like, with her waist being, like, this tiny, and then her butt is and her hips are just, like
Yeah.
so that probably doesn't like, that helps with the illusion or whatever. But,
Yeah.
yeah, so she wore this corset look. I think everybody was like, "Oh, here comes Kim again with the corset." She also had, like, a little sweater on over it, like, at the
Right.
top that she was, like,
Yeah.
holding, and she looked uncomfortable. She probably was, I mean, obviously. But everybody was like, "What is with this sweater?" Like, people are like, "Did her dress break? Is that why she has to hold this sweater around her all night?" Like, what's going on with this
Right.
TJ Maxx sweater?
Yeah. Well, so apparently, this designer that made her dress, this John
Margello? Oh,
Galliano,
yeah.
Jar- Margella.
Margello?
Wait, what?
Was that just her
Margella?
after yeah, Margello?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the guy who
Yeah,
I guess is the owner of
yeah,
Margella. Sorry.
John yeah,
So Margella.
yeah,
So her dress, it was designed by Margella. Apparently, in his past runway looks, the last couple of years, they have also been spotted with like small sweaters like that. I feel like, besides Kim pissing me the fuck off on a daily basis, I feel like the sweater definitely could have been left out and she could have done something way cooler. She almost it was almost annoying
yeah.
watching her because it almost kept she had to keep
Ye
holding it,
yeah, it just
and that was
it
like
was just so weird how she, like, kept, like
yeah. And her little comment about
yeah.
like, "Oh, it's like I ran out into the garden with my boyfriend's
Yeah,
sweater."
he's
A fucking
well, also
elf? A woodland
she was
elf?
her explanation or whatever the story was like, "It's like the wildest garden party ever, and then you wake up Monday morning and you run out to get to work and you grab your boyfriend's sweater." I'm like, yeah, again, like,
Shut
your tiny
yeah. Oh
boyfriend,
my god, Kim, you're just like us. Oh my
you have to
god,
go to
you're just
work.
like us. Fuck. Shut up. Fucking anyway. Um celebrities. I don't know how you're so into them sometimes. Like they genuinely just piss me off and I think that's why
They
I don't
do.
ever look into them.
They do, they're
Um
annoying. I mean, I must admit, she also then from the Met Gala, I think she went to Tom Brady's roast, like, he had a roast for his birthday. It's on Netflix if you guys wanna look it
yeah.
up. Um,
Yeah.
she, for some reason, I don't know why, she decided she
I
was
don't know.
gonna speak at the roast and, like, do her own little roast. She
Mhm.
got booed. Um, if you
Yeah.
watch it on Netflix now, you will not hear the boos because they took them out. But,
Yeah.
she did get booed. Um, I don't think her jokes were very
How
funny.
she
She's not, like, a funny
yeah.
person, so I don't know why she was there. Like, famously, she's not
Yeah.
funny, so not sure why she felt the need to go.
I I don't get it.
And then she also went to Germany to speak at, like, some tech conference, and I'm just like, "Girl, why?" Like, I don't get it. I don't get her, but whatever. Kardashians premieres later this month, season 4, I think, so, unfortunately, I'll be
Yeah.
watching.
Well, you're gonna start like maybe the money pot's running out. That's why you're seeing her at shit at like the roast. Next, you're gonna see her at like Rob Deerdeck's show. Fucking
Ridiculousness.
what is ridiculous? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Fucking like the money pot might be running out. Obviously, we know it's not. I'm not that dumb, but um, why is she showing up to all these weird premieres? I don't
Yeah,
know.
like, I don't think she had to do any of the latter 2 things, or she didn't have to go to
Yeah,
the Met Gala, but the Met is kind of her thing,
right.
so whatever.
That's true.
Um, another person, Cardi B wore this really ridiculous,
You didn't
huge
like it?
I did not love it. I also didn't think it was on theme.
Okay.
Um, it was just like a tulle it was like a dress with, like, a feather, I don't know, and then a tulle she looks
Let
like
me get a close up look at
Ursula
this.
Ink Blob, I don't know, like, I did not love the dress, and again, I don't think it was on theme, but she got
Yeah,
into a little bit of hot water because
the headpiece is a lot.
yeah. She,
Sorry, but
was being asked about her dress and who designed it, and she was like, "Oh,
Oh,
yeah, this is amazing. The designer is, like, Asian and everything, they're
yeah,
great." Um,
yeah,
the designer's name is Sensen Lee. Um,
yeah,
she then said that, like, she just had so much on her mind, she was, like, practicing with the podium, like, walking, but she didn't have the
yeah,
podium, so she just had a lot on her mind and couldn't remember how to pronounce Sensen's name, and I'm like, "It's not, like, a
yeah.
complicated name."
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say I don't blame her, but also like if I'm, being interviewed by like a shit ton of people and you don't want to look stupid on camera. Also, I think what she did is like I do think that she didn't mean it like that, but she also tried to like end it with one of her like I'm funny, like I'm low key funny Cardi B, like
Yeah,
it's like, no, not the right time. You should have just been like, I really don't know the designer's name off the top of my head. I'm really nervous today, like,
yeah,
and then try to make it
yeah.
funny. She definitely did drop the ball with that. Uh, but I do think that like I feel like my nerves would definitely get to me as well if there was a bunch of flashing lights, like a
I
you
agree,
know,
and I would give her a pass at any other event, but the Met Gala is like, this is the whole
okay,
reason
yeah,
why you're here. Like, the whole point is you
true,
get paired up with the designer, and you come up with a
yeah.
look, and then you go, like, that's the
Oh,
whole point of the event. So
I didn't know
if you
that.
have
I thought they just picked a
yeah,
designer.
you get, like, teamed up. But, like, so if you're
Oh
gonna,
shit.
like, if you gotta write it on your hand, like, I don't know, but this is the whole point of the event. Like, this is, like, the one event, you know that that's what they're gonna ask you. Who designed the dress? So
Yeah.
you get that one committed to your memory. If you forget everything else,
Um,
okay.
what was his name?
Sin Lee.
Imagine Simpson is, like, sitting on the
Yeah,
couch, watching
like,
it live, and he's like,
yeah. I would rage. I
uh,
would, like, throw something at the TV, like, "You've been working your whole life for
yeah,
this."
yeah, like, this is his first time out as, like, a fashion designer, you know what I mean? This is his, like, big break, and, like I mean, not that big of a break because I don't think you're the only one that didn't like the dress.
Yeah.
Uh, but, that imagine that was his big break, and she's like, some
They're
Asian
like
guy."
they're like Asian, and she didn't even say he. They're like Asian and everything.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
He can sew like a motherfucker. Like, just stop talking. Just stop talking.
I do
Just
agree,
stop
like, it would
talking.
have been better if she was like, I really don't remember."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Does she not have like 20 assistants by her side at all times?
Right.
Like, he can't just be like, hey, what?
Sen.
Like, big
Yeah,
poster.
Sen.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you didn't feel confident about it, maybe you should have like let your PR team know
Right,
so that like they can just,
right.
you know, uh, but yeah, dress-wise, yeah, I wasn't a fan either. It was just too much tulle. It wasn't as whimsy garden as I and it also looks like is wearing Rue 21 jewelry. So, um,
Big episode for
a little
Rue
bit.
21. If only this episode would
Yeah.
have came out before their bankruptcy.
I feel like we could have
We
saved
could
them with
have,
this one.
yeah.
So, sorry about that, Rue.
Um,
Um,
I'm gonna go with one more big look. Obviously there is a ton of looks. But the
right.
next biggest one, I'd say Tyla. Her dress was made of sand and it was kind of cool. And she
Right.
literally had to be like carried upstairs because she couldn't like walk upstairs. They had to like pick
Yeah.
her up and carry her upstairs. But it was
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say it was super on theme to me, but
Yeah.
I think it was a cool look, like and I think her makeup was really good. I like how they had the sand on her. Like it was a good look, I think.
Yeah. It is cool. It reminds me of that dress. Don't ask me what designer. I don't pay attention. But it was that runway show where they had taken like a gun, like a spray gun, and they had sprayed the dress on her, and like they had like pulled back pieces to make a tiny you never saw that?
I don't
It's like a
think so.
tiny cocktail dress. They like spray her with this like type of material. I believe it was Gigi Hadid
Oh,
that did
okay.
that. So that's kind of what it gives. It kind of gives like that sprayed on like dress
Yeah.
effect, which I do appreciate. I wish that she would have maybe done it with another material that was more like gardeny.
Yeah.
Uh maybe like dirt. That'd be kind of fun. Actually, dirt would
That would
actually be kind of
yeah, that
cool, I
actually
feel
would be
like.
cool.
Just be like a big worm.
Yeah.
And that would be my Met Gala. We're never gonna go, but that would be my Met Gala. Like I would just like be a worm or
Or like
something,
last
or
year
you know.
when the theme was Lagerfeld and Jared Leto came just dressed as a cat.
It's like iconic.
It was iconic.
Um, so I will say I'm sorry, Zendaya, but you flopped. You flopped hard, girl.
I liked it. I mean, she
I don't like
looks
it.
gorgeous in everything
I don't
she
like it.
wears, but I don't think it was super on theme for me. I didn't love it. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
my grandma called. She wants her decorative grapes back. Uh, so yeah, and I'm not a fan of the stripes at the bottom.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yeah.
don't know. For some reason, it was giving peacock to me.
Yeah,
It wasn't a
I
vibe,
agree. It does
personally.
give peacock. You know who
um,
did look really good
no.
too is
Who?
Ao at a whatever from The Bear.
At a beery a Oh, let me see. Let me pull up. I love this girl, by the way. Love her. She's a great actress.
I think
Oh, I love that. Is that like kind of gives crochet and then it kind of sifts down into this almost like that it kind of reminds me of like a Hawaiian shirt type of
yeah.
print, which I actually kind of like. It's kind of like vintage garden, which I feel like if I was doing a garden themed Met Gala, I would either go super stupid like a dirt worm, or I would do like really like vintage like 80s garden. You know how like 80s gardens, the garden fairies,
Yeah.
all kinds of shit like that. Um I do love her dress. I think she's just so elegant.
Yeah.
I love
Me
her. She's
too.
the best.
Agree.
I love her. I love that pop of pink on her cheeks.
Yeah.
Um,
I love the
she's
side
the
boob.
best.
I wish I could do side
I do
boob,
love a side
but
boob.
my
I cannot.
boobs would be down here.
Yeah, I mean, my side boob would be a stomach
Yeah.
boob. I mean, let's be honest. So
Like the cutout would be up here, my boobs would be down here, but
yeah, I I will say someone else that ate is let me bring them up real quick and then I'll get over it. I don't know how you say his last name, but I do love him and I do love his little face. His name's Barry Kogan, I'm going to say.
oh,
He is
Barry
the main
Keoghan? Yeah.
actor from Salt Keoghan.
Yeah, yeah,
He's the main actor from Saltburn. I did, however, enjoy his costume. It was
yeah.
kind of giving Alice in Wonderland with his date, Sabrina Carpenter. I do, however, have a little beef with him right now because his current girlfriend is like a literal replica of his ex-wife, and I don't appreciate
Did
that
you
at all because,
did you see
yeah,
it was recently Sabrina Carpenter's 25th birthday, and on her
yeah.
birthday cake, she had it was like a picture of, Leonardo DiCaprio, and it was like, "No, don't turn 25, you're so sexy."
No, that's good though. That's really good. I will say though, however, Sabrina Carpenter is pretty. I don't even know what she does. I think she was just famous on Disney
She's a
Channel.
singer.
Uh,
Jesus was a carpenter,
I'm
okay?
working late because I'm a singer. I look so cute. Like I know that song, but yeah, I did enjoy their couple's costume. It was giving Alice in
Yeah.
Wonderland, which was cool. Um. Anyway,
Honestly, any man that
I
doesn't
get.
just show up in a black suit wins for me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, any man that puts in some
Yeah,
effort is like, okay,
yeah,
king. Um, in any event, really. I mean, come
yeah.
on.
try to do
Um,
something. But let's get to the drama. We love drama.
yeah, we're really gonna end it out on a really weird note. So, uh, I found out about this trend simply scrolling through TikTok.
As you love to do.
I didn't really know it was a thing for probably like 3+ days before I found out about it. If you guys haven't heard of it yet, it is called Blockout 2024. This is kind of a movement that low-key started with Met Gala. So I found it originally through Hailey Bailey. Now, Hailey Bailey, she is a TikTok star on TikTok, a couple million followers, I believe. She it ran into a slight controversy. I guess we'll kind of get into this before Blockout 2024, but um so long story short, she got invited to the Met. And I don't believe it was for like to actually be on the carpet. I just think it was to like host
Mm.
people. You know how Brittany Broski was like the
Oh
host for
yeah.
like the Barbie
Yeah.
premiere. They choose some social media sensation to like
Yeah.
talk to people.
Interview. Yeah.
So she got chosen, I believe, from the Met Gala. Well, then she had a designer friend of hers create a dress, and if you want to look it up, are you looking it up?
I
It
am.
gives okay. So her dress is very florally, I will say.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but So the one audio that she had done the dress under was the "Let Them Eat Cake." And if you don't know what "Let Them Eat Cake" is from, it is from Marie Antoinette,
Mhm.
who was the French lady who basically let people starve in the streets to do big parties. So her dress is literally Marie Antoinette themed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were not happy about that, especially in today's crisis, groceries that are at an all-time high. Basically, everything that's going wrong, like with normal people like us, and
Yeah.
she's saying, "Let them eat cake," and she's dressed as Marie Antoinette going to a $75,000 ticket event. Which, if you don't know, that's how much a ticket is to get into Met Gala. Granted, I don't believe she paid that, but the point is, girl, why would you dress up as Marie Antoinette? I
It's just
don't
like a little
get
tone
that.
deaf.
And one of her classic sayings was "Let them eat cake," because people were starving. So she was the worst, and I believe she got executed.
Yeah.
So
Mhm. Mhm.
she's kind of a bitch. And some people enjoy her. A lot of people do not. Obviously, we know why, because she basically ruined France. So that was a huge controversy. Everybody was not happy the fact that she was dressed up as Marie Antoinette. So she apologized. All the comments were like, "I think you're literally just tone deaf, like through this whole thing." Like, it's the fact that it's the fact of her just. I don't think it was more the audio. I understand that maybe she didn't mean it in that way, but if you're like a rich influencer and like like you're just spouting to poor people all day like how much cooler it is, like you get to live these cool things in your life where like we can
Yeah.
barely make rent. I can
Right.
definitely see
Right.
where
Like
it gets
yeah.
frustrating at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so after the Haley Bailey incident, um Blockout 2024 started being a thing. I did a little bit of research on it last night. So Blockout 2024 is basically um a revolution or a group of people that are actively blocking celebrities that attended the Met Gala and any marketing brands like McDonald's, Starbucks, Netflix, and apparently this is just kind of one big movement. So a lot of the issues with Met Gala is because of Palestine. So with everything that's going on in Palestine right now, um, also I'll just say it right now over the air so that I can talk about it. Free Palestine, okay? So I will say, however, that's been going on. So that's kind of why Blockout 2024 has kind of became a thing, because if you do think about it, the Met Gala raised $26 million.
Yeah, because I guess also,
Okay.
if you guys don't know, the Met Gala is a fundraiser, is what it is, yeah.
Yes, and it's for the
The Met.
Met,
Yeah,
correct? So they raised $26 million.
that's a lot of
That's a
money.
lot of money. That's a lot of
That's a
money.
lot.
That's a lot of money that most people don't have in regular
I
lives,
sh
that we'll never
I
see $26 million.
right. I'm never gonna make that in my whole entire lifetime.
I never. So I do kind of see how people are taking the mega, especially with how bad everything has been the last, honestly, since fucking COVID. Let's be honest, everything's been on a downhill stream since fucking COVID. Everything's at an all-time high. Inflation, housing market,
Everything sucks.
everything's
Yeah.
crazy. And so the fact that these celebrities are going out and willingly spending $75,000 when that could easily be donated into something else, aka like Palestine, homeless people, kids, just everything that could be made better. Are you
Yeah.
good? What are you doing?
No, I'm good. I was looking
You
at
just
pictures.
you, okay. For what?
Oh, I was looking. It was kind of hard to find the dress because
My
Halle
goodness.
Bailey kept coming up. Yeah,
Oh, so did you
I
find
did
it?
find it.
So, yeah, what do you think? Do you think it's cute?
I mean, in
I think
theory,
it's,
yeah, it's like not bad. It's on
if
theme.
you didn't tell me it was Marie Antoinette themed, I would have been like, "Go off, queen."
Yeah, like it was on theme.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, Blockout 2024 is becoming a little crazy right now. One of the creators right now, Miss Lizzo. Lizzo's been in some hot water the last year and a half.
Yeah,
2 years, something like
I
that.
feel like it's been less than a year. I mean, our podcast isn't even a
Yeah.
year old yet, so
Oh, that's true. Then we talked about Lizzo sometime last year, like September maybe,
sounds
October.
about right.
Yeah. And so, one of the people, I guess Miss Lizzo saw that she was on the list for Blockout 2024. Um and
Mhm.
so Lizzo posted on her TikTok 2 days ago, um with the caption, "Thank you at Operation Olive Branch." She basically made a TikTok saying like, here is all these GoFundMe's for all these, like a doctor in Palestine. There was like, I think, a kid fundraiser for Palestine. I mean, each one of these goals were like $150,000, $75,000. It just kind of
Yeah.
ranged, right? And she basically was saying like, I donated to them, but I'm gonna include like the link in my description, if you guys want to donate too. And the comments were hilarious. Somebody said, "Just pay it fully by yourself. You can do it." 76,000 likes. Her video only got 89. So nobody was liking this shit. Um, One girl said, "Girl, you're richer than all of us combined. What the fuck?" I mean,
I mean, no lies
not wrong.
detected.
Just here said, "Girl, be fucking for real. You're a millionaire. Leave us alone. We don't even have enough for groceries." True. 8.
Facts,
ATE
facts. Yeah,
8.
can relate. I'm with you.
And then somebody else said timing is comical because for months, like nobody, no, a lot of celebrities haven't wanted to speak on
Yeah,
Palestine. Whether or not they do, I don't fucking know. I don't know why they don't. I don't. It's like whatever. But it's the fact that, now that she's going into hot water for Blockout 2024, now she's like, I donated a lot of money to a lot of people in need, and I will leave it in my description. So it's just, I think she would have been better off still not
it's not.
saying
Yeah,
anything.
I think a lot of celebrities should just. I feel like the Kardashians are very good at this, where they just don't say anything and it just goes away.
They just
Yeah,
ignore. Exactly.
and it's so
Um,
frustrating,
so
but like you know, good on them.
yeah, I'm not seeing like
I
Lizzo's PR team is obviously like not paying attention right now.
Yeah, it's like, well, Lizzo
Um,
didn't. I mean, this didn't help at all.
right. Um, So there's a girl that actually broke it down on TikTok. Whether the numbers are right, you guys, I have no clue. You know this podcast. I don't do any research,
We can
nor
verify.
do I know math. I'm not a mathematician. I don't know.
No,
Um,
not for us.
so this TikTok account at Danny Banani on TikTok. So she basically broke down the numbers of Lizzo's video, okay? And she basically said that if Lizzo donated $150,000, which a lot of people would kill for $150,000,
Yeah, if anybody
which
wants to
is
give me 150 right now, 1,000, 150, honestly.
if somebody
My
wants to wire me
Venmo
right
is
now, I'm willing to do a lot of stuff. Um, So if Lizzo donated $150,000, which is equivalent to 0.375 of her wealth, that would be equivalent to someone making $50,000 a year and donating 187. She has a net worth of $40 million. And you're
Ooh.
asking us to I mean, I feel like the people down below are doing everything they can, but celebrity don't even get me started on the Rock and Oprah shit from
That's what I
Hawaii.
was
Bitch, you
just
guys
about to
oh,
bring that up. It was on the tip of my tongue.
I just oh,
I just think it's funny
oh.
how celebrities are like, "You guys donate your money." And I'm like, "Why don't you donate your money?" Like, I get that you
Yeah, I mean,
donated some, but you could probably donate more.
could you sell like 15 fucking properties maybe and just donate it to something that we actually need in this fucking country?
Right.
So I just thought that breakdown was crazy. I mean, someone making 50 grand a year and only donating 187 is equivalent to what she makes a year, which is insane, or her net worth at
Yeah.
least. Like I guys, you can mark me down right now. I'm telling you right now. You can like tag me in this fucking podcast. If I become a zillionaire, okay, that's a little less dramatic. A millionaire, I'm telling you right now, I cannot live my whole life without donating large amounts of money to something
Yeah.
because we've all been there, I feel like. And so once I finally get to the fucking top of the food chain, bitch, some of my wealth's going to y'all. I don't know what it would go to technically. A lot of fundraisers, charity
Yeah.
events, whatever, just to like help. Because I just feel like that's so shitty. I mean, The Rock, millions of dollars a year,
Oprah.
and you're asking me
Oprah. Oprah
fucking Oprah is
Winfrey.
asking me for money. Um, that breakdown was pretty crazy. Not to mention, like I said, the Met Gala. I'm gonna go over that again. It made $26 million. That's a
It's a
lot of
lot of
fucking
money.
money. Brittany Broski, we just talked about her. She did the Barbie premiere. I do like Brittany Broski, don't get me wrong. But she is kind of under a little bit of hot water right now because she posted 2 days after blockout asking for donations, stating last year that she was a white woman and has no voice in this. I feel like everyone does have a voice in
Yeah.
it. Whether or not you want to speak on it, that's I don't know. I'm kind of weird about that. It's like I don't
Yeah.
know if you want to speak on it or not. But obviously, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
such an odd
yeah,
topic.
obviously, like, on this podcast, we don't really get into politics a lot, because
Yeah.
it's I don't know, that's just, like, not what we want this to be, and not, like,
Yeah.
topics we wanna cross, but and again, like, I feel like you don't have to be so forthcoming with your political beliefs, like, everybody has their own, and, like,
Yeah.
it is, like, even if you do have your own beliefs, like, it's always a touchy subject, like, and for me, it's usually not worth, like, losing a friendship or, like, a cordial relationship with somebody over.
Yeah.
Like, if
Right.
our political beliefs are so different, we're probably just not gonna get along fundamentally, like, that's probably just what it
Right.
is. Um,
Right.
but Yeah, it can just be touchy, and we just, like, wanna have fun on this podcast, but obviously, like, Free
Yeah,
Palestine, we don't wanna see innocent people dying, like, obviously, that's not what we
yeah.
want.
Yeah, it's so, I just wanted to bring it up because obviously this is a huge topic right now
Yeah.
everywhere on the internet. And so, and I just want to point out with this whole like celebrity asking us for money thing, Mr. Beast built fucking wells in Africa. And you, Miss Oprah fucking Winfrey, you're asking me to donate money? When Mr. fucking Beast, a guy that literally does human mazes, built fucking wells in Africa. He has done so much for people. And now, granted, let me back up a little bit. The Beast is a little cringy, okay? I will say he's a little cringy, whatever, right? His thumbnails, they're a little cringe. But other than that, I feel like he's done some good things. He's given away a lot of fucking money to random people, whatever. But
I will
you know,
say, I ordered on DoorDash from his ghost kitchen one time. Don't
yeah,
recommend it. I didn't really like it. But,
yeah, yeah.
uh
He had a huge ghost kitchen controversy because that all started like what, pandemic-y, maybe 2021,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and yeah. So I will say, Beast Burger,
It's very salty.
not one of his best
Yeah, no.
works.
Very
Yeah.
salty. Not for me, but
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of his ghost kitchens were like working out of the back of like a Red Robin. So it's like none of the food like actually ever made sense. Um but like back to the fucking point, like, he paid some people,
right.
or paid some people. He like paid for some people to like correct their blindness or their hearing. He built fucking wells in Africa, and here we have, the fucking Rock uh asking me for money to help with Hawaii.
Yeah, to be fair, the
Um,
Oprah and Rock
so
thing was those wildfires in Hawaii that time.
yes.
And they were on
Oh,
IG Live asking us to donate our money.
yeah. Sorry.
Like,
I
Oprah,
mean,
why don't you sell your Hawaii house? And then, like, maybe you could put that
yeah.
money.
I mean, if we want to be a little bit like controversial, I mean, you're basically like you're overcrowding the land just like every other
Right.
person that's moved on there.
Right.
Because like, yeah, Hawaii is a whole. That's a whole other thing. We're not going to get into that, but
One
um,
topic at a time.
one time, one controversial topic at a time on this fucking podcast. But anyway, hashtag blockout 2024. Let us know in the comments if you're doing it or not. I'd love to know. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. A lot of people are saying that like it's gonna work. A lot of marketing coordinators on TikTok that are stitching some videos say that like this is actually what people look for when it comes from marketing purposes, like how many people they have blocked, or like how many people it's all about algorithm, really.
Yeah.
And so I don't know exactly what Blockout 2024 is going to do. I am intrigued to see if there actually is going to be some physical evidence of things happening. But I don't know. We shall see. So let us know if you're
Yeah.
participating in Blockout 2024. I've seen a lot of people do it. So, um, and I guess with that, sorry to get so
Yeah.
grim
Let
towards
us
the end. It
know.
wasn't too grim though, So
Yeah, it wasn't like as
just
bad. Like, I feel like we tend to do this where it's like, all right, and everybody died. Anyways, hope you have a
yep.
good week.
Have a great Monday. Yeah. Have a good Monday. Uh But yeah, I guess that's a pod. It's a pretty good pod, if you ask
Yeah.
me.
This is our longest pod in a
All
while,
right.
I think.
Yeah, it's been a hot sec. Yeah.
Yeah, but
All
anyways,
right.
go ahead and rate us 5 stars and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for the video for this pod. Our socials are going to be in the episode description.
As always,
Do better.
do better, and we'll see you guys next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.